come out to play. Warrior.
Yo, 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 what's good, people? Welcome to Crypto and Down. Technical difficulties. Thus, Blex is our regular guest, and we talk all things crypto, decentralization, and whatnot. But enough for me, Jams. How you doing on this fine Turban Tuesday?
Yo, yo, yo. Shout out to all the crypto rascals and crypto warriors out there. As you know, this is Crypto and Down. We are here on another Turban Tuesday, August the 1st, under a full moon. Hope everyone is doing well. We've just safely returned from vacation. We haven't streamed in 2 weeks, Brother Asherel. Hope baby Ezra's doing well. Hope Sunflower in Texas is doing well also. But as you mentioned, breaking news in the crypto space. Really important that we jump on a stream tonight to talk shop and let our warriors and rascals know from our mouths what our opinions are on this news from the SEC. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. Shout out to the comment section, D'Artagnan8. Appreciate you, brother. And if you want to follow us over on Twitter, you can follow us at Crypto and Down. If you want to follow us on Instagram, we are also at Crypto and Down. And if you want to check us out over on Facebook, we are currently streaming live there now at Crypto and Down. So shout out to all of our social medias out there. Please like, share, and subscribe. Get the word out. Lots to talk about today. I'm sure I know we shared a bunch of news earlier tonight, Asherel, but let's jump in whenever you're ready. Take a look at those markets. Also, just see what's going down the rabbit hole. Shout out to Reverse 333. He says, peace, brothers. Much love to you as well, man. We're here to talk some crypto late night with the warriors and rascals.
Yeah, man, you chose some good late night music, late night chill vibes. I'm feeling good, man. I'm ready to talk some crypto. Check out the market prices, see if they're as down as they were a couple weeks ago. Glad you're back safe from your vacation. It's getting into those dog days of the summer, so definitely gotta get out with the family and see some things whenever you can.
Absolutely. It's certainly hot here in Texas, and doesn't look like we're going to be seeing any reprieve from that heat anytime soon. So get out when you can, stay hydrated, and as always, protect your head top.
Oh yeah, Turban Tuesday, you know what it is. Make sure y'all are rocking the turbans tonight. Maybe we'll be on next Tuesday, so whenever you see us scheduled to stream, make sure you throw on them turbans, kick back, have some nice drinks. Crypto and Down, Turban Tuesday. Shout out to the crypto warriors and crypto rascals out there. Appreciate you being. Yeah, for sure. Drop some comments, likes, We definitely appreciate the energy, and we appreciate the lurkers as well. So let's get into some of these prices, see what's trending and whatnot. Smitty Farm says, looks like Schuler is going to be doing time. Smitty's Farms, we will definitely get into that and more. But here first, let's talk some of them prices, see what's going on here in the crypto space. All right, hold up. I'm using Safari, so bear with us here on the live. All right, let me share it. Let me actually share this. Oh. Oh, man. All right. I was just kidding, y'all. Safari's tripping here. Hold up. We may have to do it like this. Screen. Don't allow. Okay. See, that's what happens when they tab it this way. All right. That's not the screen I wanted to share. This is the screen I wanted to share. Okay, hold up. I may have to share a different tab. Anyway, as I'm trying to get this set up, Jams, take a look at the top. What's trending now in the crypto market? And let us know what you
So
see.
as we
Patrick, yeah.
Yep. So as we take a look at the crypto markets, I will go ahead and share my screen with the Warriors and Rascals out there in the meantime. So just taking a look here at our markets using Coin Market Cap. Start here up at the top. Bitcoin dominance sits at 49%, ETH dominance at 19%. Market cap sitting above $1.19 trillion, up 2.6% today. And checking on the price of Bitcoin, of course, number one spot, trading at $29,777. Basically trading sideways for the last few months. We've really been in a $26,000 to $30,000 range most of this year, and haven't seen us really move past 31.5, and really hasn't seen us drop below 26.5. So as long as we continue to trade sideways, I would not expect too much more volatility outside of that range that I just provided. Ethereum in our number two spot, I'm trading at $1,864. Also trading similarly to Bitcoin, mostly sideways over our last few quarters. We did have the Fed raise interest rates to its highest point in 22 years, but that did not necessarily affect our markets too much, just up 2.93% for Bitcoin in the day and 2% for Ethereum. Tether in the number three spot with $83 billion of printed Tether. BNB in the number four spot, holding on strong, CZ and team with $246 per BNB, up 2.5% on the day. XRP in the number five spot, trading at 70 cents, no longer trading at 25 cents, no longer trading at 50 cents, no longer trading at 60 cents, trading at 70 cents on the news of a intended hopeful defeat of the SEC. We'll get into the SEC a bit later. Number six, USDC, trading with $26 billion worth of circulating USDC. Dogecoin, trading at 7 cents per Doge. Lots of rumor or murmurs from Elon Musk on Twitter on X about Dogecoin, but still not far from our 6 cent price. We'll quickly run out the top 10. ADA trading at 30 cents. Cardano, shout out to Charles Hoskinson. And then Solana in the number 9 spot trading at $23.81. And Tron also trading at 7 cents, rounding out our top 10. Look at Litecoin at the 11, Matic, Polkadot, Shiba Inu at the number 14. And then down you see Bitcoin Cash, Dai, Avalanche, Stellar, Toncoin. Never heard of that one. Chainlink, Uniswap, Unis, I said Leo, and then BUSD and Cosmos rounding out our top 25. So basically trading sideways over the last few weeks, months, quarter. Taking a quick look at the comment section. Smitty Farm says, got any tinfoil in those turbines? Plenty. Just enough to talk to. Yeah, I was going to say just enough to talk to the aliens that Congress speaks to every other day. Reverse 333 says, Texas is indeed hot as hell, man. Can't wait for that Austin fall weather. Absolutely. We are all excited for a bit cool down as temperatures in the 3 digits, well over 100 degrees, has not been fun for anyone. As the actual temperature is hot, our markets are pretty calm, pretty not that volatile, trading sideways, unless you're a Hexagon, which is our top story for the day. Ashrel, man, what you think about the markets or where we're going on the news itself?
Yeah, looking at the fear of top index sitting at neutral up at the top, they have that at 53. Interesting from CoinMarketCap's perspective. Yeah, I mean, not much to see here. Bitcoin still under 30,000, Ethereum still under 2,000, BNB under $300. I mean, yeah, for sure, we've seen XRP of a little bit, but to me, this is just some hype that's probably not going to be short-lived. And for those of who tuned in and caught our stream last week, the trades were down significantly. The amount of people who were utilizing cryptocurrencies for trade was down. So not much would we expect to change in the 2 weeks. Even though big players like BlackRock and Larry Fink were talking about Bitcoin being something that they saw as disruptive and potentially worth throwing their capital behind. To me, the market is still down, still in the bear market. Could start talking about, is this the bottom of the market? Is the bottom in? Have we yet to hit bottom? Certain coins maybe are hitting rock bottom. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt coming from the Hex community, with the SEC filing, I believe it was a civil suit. I'd like to definitely talk about that in the future of the show, and when we'll get Blex on, he can definitely shed some light, and hopefully we can just get to the bottom of what's actually going on, and just figure out maybe how people are feeling. So
Absolutely.
yeah, overall the numbers are kind of meh to me. It's nothing to be excited
I
about.
think you bring up a very good point. Our show 2 weeks ago, we were very poignant and emphasized that we are in the middle of a bear market at this time. Although we would like to think of ourselves in or anticipating the halving, we just aren't there yet. And so, with that having been said, volume is down, the number of participants are down. You mentioned Larry Fink and BlackRock. You have them, and you have these applications by other ETF centralized companies out there. What do you want to call it? Negotiating with the SEC. So all of these things are happening, but as far as price goes, not much is happening. So screw the numbers right now. I agree with you. Ain't much to see.
Yeah, man. At this point, as they keep raising interest rates, we may not be talking prices till the end of 2024, early 2025, as far as that excitement to get things moving. And that may be when they start maybe either holding flat and not raising anymore, or start proactively cutting cutting the interest rates. But it's kind of looking at it right now. A lot of people are hanging on to that cash, earning high interest compared to what we're earning on some of these savings accounts and different money markets funds that are FDI insured. So I think there's a lot of other places to be a safe bet to put your money. I haven't really looked at the stock market. I know crypto the crypto heads are more into not really mess around with the stock market. But if you're playing it safe over the next year or so and kind of watching what happens overall, to see how the stock market fares, if the Fed is going to keep raising rates, people may be wanting to buy homes, cash, and in a FDI insured high account, maybe you can get 5%. Some places are 6%. Yeah, you're with a bank, but that may be a little bit better than playing here in the crypto waters. So
yeah, I think there is a lot of necessary fear at the moment, due to the bad actors such as Sammy Bankman-Fried, and others, such as Caroline, and others, such as
Caroline,
others, such as
Caroline,
Moskovich, allegedly, all of this allegedly. I think
allegedly.
some of that fear amongst the retail investors or the population that we speak to, is justified. However justified that fear is, it does not grant the Democrats nor the SEC the power to eradicate and actually squash an entire industry and prevent them from innovating and trying to push us forward in a way from a Federal Reserve banking system that has always enslaved not only its own citizens, but the American people. So let's just not throw the baby out with the bathwater here. Let's not say that just because there are a few bad actors that we want to get rid of the whole system, because the same people trying to get rid of all crypto are the same people trying to get rid of all police. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how that works.
All right, let's take a quick break. Get Blex in here as we hit some of these top stories. Definitely want to hear his thoughts on that.
Hit the like button. Hit the like button. 2,000 likes, 3,000 likes. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. I like it. I know you like watching. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. But you'll take, will smack your head.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Blex, you're on live. So, how's it going?
Very well, man. Good to see y'all. It's been way too long.
It's been a few weeks, man.
Yes.
Actually, it hasn't been that long, because I think Post Chain has only been out for 60 days. So it's really only been about 2 months since we last connected, if my memory serves me correct.
This is correct. Time flies, apparently. The FUD flies even faster.
Oh, man. I mean, that's why the people are here. That's why we're going to jump right in to the top story of the day. I mean, breaking news. Hell, I even saw Reuters covering it. I saw Guru Watcher covering it. Oh, there's a Decrypt article. There's a CoinDesk article. So you telling me 3 years later, now Cointelegraph wants to write articles? Oh man, Bitcoin News, Blockworks, the Defiant, BSC News. I'm calling all y'all out. Now y'all want to run some stories. Oh, okay. Anyways, top story.
All right, Jans, bring up these stories. All right, yeah, hold up. We'll get into the top stories
okay,
right after this.
Ain't it a shame? Ain't it a shame how the world changes all of a sudden, and we have to defend something that we were once touting. However, our opinions have not changed. So, SEC charges Hex founder Richard Hart with $1 billion unregistered securities offering. This article is by Liam J. Kelly and Connor Sefton. Don't think I've ever read an article from either of them about Hex. Correct me if I'm wrong, Liam J. Kelly or Connor Sefton, but we've read a lot of Decrypt articles and had 141 episodes. Don't think we've ever seen a Hex article from you guys, but hey, it's all good. SEC charges Hex founder Richard Hart with $1 billion unregistered securities offering. Hex founder Richard Hart and 3 entities have been charged today for allegedly conducting unregistered crypto asset security offerings. The SEC has charged Richard Hart, the founder of the crypto project Hex, with allegedly conducting unregistered security offerings that raised more than $1 billion. The commission also included 3 unincorporated entities in its charges: PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex. Hart and PulseChain are also both facing charges for allegedly using $12 million in the offering proceeds to buy luxury goods, including a 555-carat black diamond called the Enigma. Hart began marketing Hex in 2018, claiming it was the first high-yield blockchain certificate of deposit, and began promoting Hex tokens as an investment designed to make people rich. Read the SEC's complaint. The SEC has also taken a dim view of a staking feature that Hart claimed would deliver returns of 38% and alleges that he deliberately attempted to evade securities laws by urging Hex investors to sacrifice crypto assets instead of investing them. Hart called on investors to buy crypto asset securities and offerings that he failed to register. He then defrauded those investors by spending some of their crypto assets on exorbitant luxury goods. Eric Werner, director of the Fort Worth Regional Office of the SEC, says the SEC's lawsuit has been filed in the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of New York and claims Hart boasted that Hex was built to be the highest appreciating asset that has ever existed in the history of man. It also contains frequent quotes from his YouTube live streams, including one in 2019, when he declared, "If you want to get rich, Hex is built for that." This is where Hart and Hex run headlong into the Howey test, which is used to determine whether an asset is a security, meaning investors have a reasonable expectation of profit. The misappropriation of funds highlighted in the SEC's lawsuit actually relates to an offering for PulseChain, which also unregistered and began in July 2021. It's alleged that Hart, whose real name is Richard Schuler, splashed out on $534,000 McLaren, $314,000 Ferrari Roma, and over $3.4 million on 5 Rolex watches. PulseX also came into the crosshairs, with Hart predicting that appreciation of 10,000x in 2 years is well within the responsibility. At present, Pulse and PulseX are practically worthless, and Hex's value has dropped about 98.4% below its all-time high, the lawsuit says. The SEC is now demanding a jury trial, and among its demands, it wants to permanently ban Hart as well as his projects from selling crypto asset securities. The commission also wants to recoup ill-gotten gains, secure prejudgment interest, and have civil penalties imposed. Decrypt has reached out for comment, but gentlemen, I have you here today. What is your opinion on these latest developments?
Asherelle, you want this? Rock, paper, scissors, bro. I guess if I'll jump in real quick. Like my first takeaway is that there's a couple really fascinating things in here that I think it's important to acknowledge up front. So the first thing is, as you mentioned, we've never heard of this guy before. He's never written an article about Hex, and you can tell because he hasn't capitalized Hex, which has been very clear that it's HEX, all of them capital letters when written. So that's like one obvious example. But then I just think it's really funny the way that the quotes are directly taken from the case law as well. And I think that's a really interesting and important element as people continue to look through what was actually written. What quotes Richard has done over 100 hours of live streams. So the very particular language that was chosen to be included in the lawsuit, and I think it's interesting that that same language gets echoed across all these different articles as well. So yeah, that's what I've got. Asherah, what you got?
Can't hear you at the moment. Asherell, think you may be muted. But I will jump in at this moment and say I genuinely agree with you, Plex. I think it's just very interesting that the timing of this case after the SEC's inquiry into several Hex influencers to determine if they were being paid, having seen many inquiries go out to others. This has been an ongoing situation for several months now, if not several years. So I think it's important that not only Hexicans, but non-Hexicans, crypto investors, non-crypto investors, just be aware of not only how long it takes the government to do anything, but how often the government gets it wrong. And so in this situation, it's being alleged that Richard Hart did in fact offer a unregistered security, that being Hex, Pulse X, and Pulse Chain. Now, what qualifies as a security is the question. That goes back to something during the Great Depression, World War II. Our grandparents, were alive. Or some of our great grandparents. These were the laws that were being implemented after industrialists and the barons of America had monopolies, and here we are now applying these same rules to modern emerging disruptive technologies to not only, in my opinion, fortify the existing banking system that has taken advantage of the people for hundreds of years. So, understanding that the SEC is intending to protect institutional investors, their one claim is that these are unregistered securities. That's backed by the Howey test. Okay, I argue that that's an old ass law. Nobody gives a damn about that. The second part is $12 million in defrauding investors. Did anybody think they was getting their ETH back?
I know I wouldn't.
Did anybody be like, yo, bro, like I need that Hex back? Did we need to break out the Webster dictionary to define what sacrifice mean? Like, did they not read like the disclaimer? Like, I don't care if this man went bought 16 whoopee cushions and farted down Times Square. That is a sacrifice. So to me, this is not only Gary Gensler wasting my fucking time. This is him not protecting my pockets. This is him actually attacking the price. This is him literally using his clout in the office to go after someone with a name, a community, because his partnership with Sammy Bankman-Fried and FTX blew up in their damn faces. So to me, shout out to Richard Hart. No, you are not a god. No, I do not rock with you saying the N-word. No, I do not agree with the flashy, gaudy ass marketing. But did you really do anything wrong by creating a blockchain and releasing crypto asset tokens? Abso-fucking-lutely not. So kiss my black ass, Gary Gensler. Keep going after whoever you want to, but I don't think the people should support the SEC in their endeavors. And if you give your money away for free, why the hell you mad?
Not to mention, Gary
Okay.
Gensler funded my bag further than Richard ever did. I'll tell you what.
Shit, Richard ain't never lost me 60% in a day.
I'll tell you that.
Hey, but I know who did. What's his name?
Man,
Eric
dirty
Werner. Eric Werner. Hey, you know what they got me thinking, and I'm just gonna say this on stream. One of they hating ass must have seen me riding around Fort Worth with a Hexagon license plate, because it's just real peculiar that the SEC office out of Fort Worth is the one bringing this damn case. But I ain't getting no damn kind of letter. How much y'all paying for the tips? Because I go sit down the street and tell you what you want to know, but I ain't Charleston White. So y'all gonna have to kiss my ass on this one. That's real bogus. Who hating? That's all I want to know.
Yeah, man, it's a dirty game. My first thought was, what took so long for this to happen? My second thought was, I wanna, and I gotta say, I was one of the people after seeing shopping, running around with his bag or shopping with Louis Vuitton, wondering like, yo, where's all this money come from? I do with you. You're right. What is the point of a sacrifice? You can't expect a profit there. I mean, we've talked about this, especially with Flex, of like, when's the market gonna be? What is the SEC gonna, like, the government gonna get involved in this? What is it gonna look like? And I guess it looks like this. And I mean, it's a dirty game. And shout out to Smitty's Farms, Tinfoil Turban. We don't know for sure that people in the government aren't involved in investing, playing around in these cryptocurrencies, trying to pump and dump the price as well. So whether or not these charges stick, there's a conviction or whatever. Yeah, of course Gensler's gonna try to dump the market and sell. I'm sure people in the SEC at Hex and maybe dump on the rest of everyone's heads. Who knows? Made their money.
Either that, or they're trying to pack their bags. They missed the ride, and they need to pack their bags and try to regain some control. Now that's tinfoil turbans right there. But I mean, it feels like it's too big of a beast for people to not have noticed for so long. And with the prices up so high, there was no way you were going to get a share.
And when that makes the most sense to me. Of what's the point of this? Maybe just drive the price down. And also, I didn't preface it. I think the game, and we're ignoring, is they're all securities. These are
Somebody had to say it.
I mean,
if Hex is security, so is everything else.
And we're just dragging it out until we don't have to drag it out anymore. Until we bank digital currencies come in and can maybe prop up the market in a way where the powers that be can have more control. This one where they didn't get in, they want the money they need to get in, and nothing like a lawsuit to help bring down the price. There's a dirty little secret out there that the whole industry is to be taken down. So the government could shut down this entire thing from Uniswap to these decentralized exchanges, but they haven't yet. So I don't know. Games being played. I'm sure some people were dollar cost averaging into this as the price dropped. So I would say my thought is, let's see what happens in a couple years. Once Hex, if the price returns, there'll be a lot of people will make a lot of.
This is my thing, man. There's some pocket watching like a mug. Let me share my screen so I can let y'all know what the government is actually up to. When we say, what does the government really want with Richard Hart? Well, you can't be out there flexing and popping your shit and not pay Uncle Sam his fair share. So following the Mixer transactions, Hart allegedly misappropriated. I don't know how they're gonna say it's misappropriations when this is not no company where all of our money is pooled together and we need to make votes and decisions on what we spend in, and there's a budget allocation. That's misappropriation. Anyways, misappropriated at least 12.1 million of post-chain investor funds. For example, he spent $337,000 on the purchase of a luxury car from a European luxury car dealer. On August 24th, 2021, he transferred $534,000 to the same luxury car dealer for a McLaren. Then he bought a 2020 Ferrari Roma for $314,000 in August. Then he bought 5 watches, $285,000 Rolex Submariner Oyster, a $550,000 Rolex Daytona Eye of the Tiger, and then an $800,000 Rolex GMT Master 2. Then he spent $1.3 million on another watch, and then $419,000 on the purchase of another watch. Hart spent nearly $7.2 million investors on automobiles he purchased in the United States, Finland, and Estonia. And then he went and dropped $5 million on the Enigma ring. So when he spent $5 million at Sotheby's, you can't buy the largest black diamond in the world and not have them people like, hey man, who is this man? What he doing? Because that's when the haters gonna come outside. And
he's just a humble man from South Florida.
Hey man, the outrage marketing was good, but it just got the wrong eyes. So now he got to like hopefully settle with them, break some bread, and say, hey, I pay y'all. But
Jam, for real though, like part of me, again, Tim for Tuesday, part of me is sitting here like this was the moment he's been waiting for since Hex was launched, right? Like Richard's not a stupid man. He was well aware that Hex, if it were successful, was going to get attention from the laws. And on day one, he came out with his stance on the Howley test and all the shit along the way, coaching and educating all the way through, and was very clear that this would be a moment and it would come. And when it came, he was going to be there. And now we'll see how clean his books were, or how, forceful the suits really are when their time comes, right? We also know that not all games are played fair, right?
Yeah, and I don't think this game is being played fair, because when they're saying he's misappropriating funds, that means their actual understanding of what sacrifice is different. It's not like we were expecting Richard to invest the ETH or the DAI or any of the crypto and do anything with it but whatever the fuck he wanted to do with it. Like at least I didn't have an expectation of him not going by whatever the hell he wanted to go by, because I'm not here dictating what other people do with their crypto wallets. If I decide to take my crypto and give it to another, interact with any kind of dApp, interact with any kind of other wallet, any other protocol, I should be aware and know I have a high possibility of losing my crypto and never touching it again. I should never have an expectation that I'm sending somebody else my crypto for them to reasonably invest that for me and then I'm gonna get a profit back. Absolutely not. If you really still doing that after the fall of BlockFi, the fall of Celsius, oh yeah, SEC, you didn't protect none of us from that shit. Then I don't really understand why you're even in crypto. And like LB Crypto says, Rich didn't check in. Paula D says, as CKJ said on his chat tonight, and then comes the man. Too much for you. Okay, says that sounds like Frank White wearing that fur. And he did wear them Gucci suits in them private planes and did buy that damn big. We can't ignore that part either, man. He did wear the big Gucci suit and bought the big PP. Damn, now the people was like, hey, Richard, you probably shouldn't do that. Well, the only person who was saying that was Rockham Rochelle. And so Rockham Rochelle probably snitched shit. Allegedly. I don't know.
Hey man, I saw Richard twerking on the DO show. So like, he didn't do himself the government, man.
Nah.
I mean, it's like, they're looking.
I can't help but think he knew these eyes were on him, and he let full into it. And he was gonna get everybody to talk about it, and then we'll see what happens. Does he die? Does it disappear? Does he go to jail for life? Does he even matter? That's the test that he's gonna let this project figure out.
And I'm glad I'm glad we have front row seats to it. And it's very important that how he weathers this storm, because I saw the interview with Maddie, and I do agree with King on the point this morning that he does need to address the actual allegations from the SEC. But shit, let your attorney do that if you really gotta do it, and then also pay the damn fine. But when they say you can't issue any more cryptocurrencies, or you can't does that hurt the long-term price? There is this such thing as too hot to touch or too hot to handle, or once your reputation is tainted in the dope game, the Fed's watching shit. Don't nobody want to do business with you.
Very true. Very true. And it'll be fascinating. I mean, Hex has always kind of been that like redheaded stepchild, right? The one that everybody's been rooting against. It kind of leans into that persona. And hey, exactly right. The way that we were jumping in on coffins and shit at the top, that should have been all the top signals. Now it's their day. Let them enjoy it as well.
That's what's up. I think that's the best take of the day. I really think that's the best take, because it's only fair that they get their day. The chart moves up and the chart moves down. The bottom is the SEC coming after Richard Hart. Remember what happened when XRP got hit with theirs? Shit, it went back down there to that 15, 7 cent, rolled back to 25. Now that shit at 70 cents some years later. So I don't know if it's a buying opportunity, because shit, we've been buying all the way down, but shit, we gonna see what's up, man. I ain't gave up on my boy Richard Hart. I ain't saying he a god or a fraud. I'm saying that my man breathe, man. Free Richard, man. Damn, he ain't stole nobody money. What you say? Like, come on, man.
Also, for the record, like, this man did call Bitcoin top and Ethereum top. Like, he very well could have bought all that shit with all of y'all's money. Ain't that a trip?
Hey, all I know is I made more money off Hex than I lost more money. So if they looking for me to call Richard Hart a scammer, they is out they damn mind. A scammer is someone who takes all your money and don't leave you shit. If you bought the top in crypto and then had to sell lower, that is how the game is played. That is also a part of what happens in stock markets. That is the same thing that happens in index funds, bond funds. Price goes up, price goes down. Sorry to tell you, I don't need turtleneck Gary Gensler over here walking over to tell me, hey man, let me help you out, brother. I'm sorry you lost some money. Man, Gary Gensler and them don't give a fuck about us. Hell no, we don't need his help. Tell him to go home. Shout out to Richard Hart, man. You ain't a god or a fry. You just a man trying to help the people out. Stop saying the N-word though.
Somebody had to tell him.
Nah, man, let him say it. If this goes back to what, 70 cents?
Then he becomes that.
Hey, if Hex hit back, if Hex ever hit that 75 cents that I was calling for, man.
Bro, that's how you know he ain't saying that shit down here though.
Hey, if Hex hit 75 cents, I'm gonna call him White Jesus. I'm changing the title. Okay? I'm gonna put it on there, man. Hey, but for real though. I think it's important that we are principled in our approach here, because this is a time in cryptocurrency where we've seen federal regulators in bed with actual bad actors. We've seen bad actors in bed with actual congressmen. We've seen the Department of Justice refuse to actually do their job. One of the stories that was just released this week is the DOJ refusing to charge Sammy Bankman-Fried with campaign finance charges, even though it's an open secret how much money was being funneled through FTX directly to both parties. So we have to be principled and valued as crypto investors and stick it to the fucking man and say, hell no, we won't go with no damn bullshit when y'all money laundering money through FTX directly, and then y'all want to come over here and holler at Richard for some damn Rolexes. Bro, get the hell up out of here, man.
No, I think that's a really good point, actually. And there's a lot of things that I've seen this week in crypto that make me feel like the industry as a whole is taking a step backwards in one of its most pivotal times as well. Like we've seen people, this Richard situation has caused a lot of people to come out with pitchforks, like celebrating their moment when, Hex is down, when Richard's down. But we saw today that Hex was banned or removed from Uniswap, and there are people cheering for that, which is the opposite of decentralization. It's the opposite of what we've always been preaching and angling for as protocols in this crypto space. And it's fascinating to hear a lot of people jumping on, like using their dislike or distrust for Richard and using that to cloud how they actually feel about this industry as a whole and the key conversations that are at question.
Exactly the point, my brother, because that's where the hypocrisy comes in. Which team are you really on? Are you team crypto? Are you team people? Or are you team the DOJ doesn't intend to proceed with campaign finance charge against Sam Bankman-Fried? The DOJ told the court Wednesday that charges related to political donations weren't mentioned in the original extradition by the Bahamas. So all of the money that he was funneling to American politicians, they're just going to drop those charges due to treaty obligations. Yet you have these people ready to slaughter Richard Hart because of what? I guess he didn't give enough money to the politicians.
Yeah, pretty much, right? Like that's the game.
Maybe he should have broke bread with Gary Gensler. Because how much time do y'all really think Sammy Bankman gonna do? Like y'all think he gonna do any time?
I think he's doing it already. This shit gonna count.
And this basically gonna be his like good time because he just got caught witness tampering. They say he's supposed to go to jail because he out here dropping his girlfriend diary. So and a lot of stories we just talked about. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, it's like, but that's why that's what Sam, like LB Crypto said. He said, like I said, he didn't check in. And like, sure, granted, Sam Bankman-Fried, his parents were from the DNC and big helping fundraise for the Democrats. So he had the inside scoop there, but it's like, at the end of the day, that's why he's not going to do any profits, because he paid up the time into this, skirt that, and then walk away with time served. And how
It's a brilliant strategy. Too much for you, okay, says if Richard is about that life, he better fight this to the end like XRP did. And I think that's a great point, actually, because, does Richard fight it? Richard doesn't seem like the type to back down. Richard has been the person who, on all of this history, and stood up there and told the truth, told what he believed was the truth to whoever he was talking to, whether it was popular, liked, wanted to be heard or not. And I believe that he will continue to do a similar thing in this situation. The question is how much of it comes out of his mouth or how much of it comes from the voice of the lawyers. Also, when you think about the money, I don't think it's a money conversation as much as it's a pride and ego and reputation restoration. But if you think about a man who's been hated and outlawed or cast away by the entire crypto industry, Richard can only become more popular, right? If in theory, right? If people do rally around the cause and he does become the person standing up for decentralization and having a true blockchain that isn't censored and run by the man in quotation marks, right?
Also, there's another angle here that I think we should be aware of, is this part. The IRS says staking rewards are taxable income in latest revenue ruling. Crypto investors who earn staking rewards are now required to report these earnings as part of their gross income for tax purposes. Who made the most money from staking rewards in 2021?
Where'd the ETH go?
So, according to Revenue Ruling 2023, cryptocurrency staking rewards, along with other forms of income, including money, property, and services, are now considered gross income and must be reported as such in the year they were received. This means that any income earned through staking digital assets on proof of stake blockchains must be included in taxpayers' annual income. If a cash method taxpayer stakes cryptocurrency native to a proof of stake blockchain and receives additional units of cryptocurrency as rewards, when validation occurs, the fair market value of the validation rewards received is included in the taxpayer's gross income in the taxable year in which the taxpayer gains dominion and control over the validation rewards. A dominion typically refers to the level of control or ownership an individual or entity has over certain assets or income. It's often used in the context of determining tax liability. So, who's the owner? According to the IRS, to calculate the taxable income, the fair market value of the crypto reward should be determined at the time the assets are received. This value is then added to the taxpayer's annual income for that year.
Bro, can I pause you real quick? Does that actually make good accounting low-key genius?
Because if you don't actually, I'm sitting here thinking like, shit, I'm basically delaying taxes for 15 years then.
You'll never receive those coins, right?
Absolutely.
Until the end of 15 years. Or you could be eligible to receive it today and just choose to defer it to the future.
Yeah, man, this is a shakedown.
Yeah, this is some crackhead shakedown, bro. They're coming for every penny you got in your couch, bro.
And I saw another story that I just want to quickly hit on, but go ahead, Asherel, if you have some additional points to add right there.
No, that's good. Good topics from y'all. It's, I think, yet again, just not to be that guy, but it's like there is, right? It can come after certain projects in certain ways, target specific people, but it's like, right now they're using the little guns, but they got the big gun lined up if need be. But I think with everything that's going on, it's like, no one came after Pepe coin yet, I believe. So, the
not
people
yet
who made big money from there, they're probably going to use that to fund the next bull run. So, it's in everyone's interest to let people cook until you don't want them to cook no more.
Well, that's the thing about the government always acting retroactively. It's like, Hex has been running flawlessly for 3 years. But here they are now coming out and saying something, trying to protect people 3 years later. All right, so when are they going to release their SHIB lawsuit? When is when is the Matic lawsuit? When is what's next? Like you just mentioned, when's the Pepe lawsuit? Or as Brian Armstrong just mentioned from Coinbase, he says that the SEC wanted all assets except Bitcoin delisted. The regulator reportedly wanted Coinbase to cease trading all cryptocurrencies except Bitcoin prior to its legal action against the exchange. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, reportedly requested Coinbase to stop trading all cryptocurrencies before suing them last month, according to a report by the Financial Times, citing CEO Brian Armstrong. They came back to us and they said, we believe every asset other than Bitcoin is a security. And we said, well, how are you coming to that conclusion? Because that's not our interpretation of the law. And they said, we're not going to explain it to you. You need to delist every asset other than Bitcoin, bitch. Goddamn, like, come on, bro. Like,
hey, man.
Man, this they getting out of hand, man. Somebody needs to go take Joe Biden and sit his old ass down, man. They getting out of hand, man.
Hey, that's kind of wild, but yeah, like that, everything's a security except Bitcoin.
So, in a June lawsuit, the SEC accused Coinbase of operating illegally because it failed to register as an exchange, although they approved them to go public. In a separate move, the SEC also sued Binance in June for offering unregistered securities. So they went after Coinbase, they went after Binance. This week they went after Hex. Hell, who ain't they went after at this point?
I think we were on the show a couple weeks ago talking about Mana and Cosmos and the other 12 that were under attack as well, which are all, for the record, still listed everywhere.
Yeah, of the 13 crypto assets, including Solana, Cardano, Matic, Sandbox. Yeah, and it's like, and that's the thing. So what is Hex just going to be removed from the front end of Uniswap? Like, what are they going to shut down Pulse Chain? Like, Hex is immutable. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure anybody can run the Hex code if they wanted to. So maybe they know something I don't.
This might just be that moment, right? I think this is what's fascinating about it when you're thinking about what what the future looks like and what speculation looks like and whether you want to be in or out. It's not really, obviously it's not financial advice. It's more like just thinking about what does virality begin to look like, whether that's infamy or notoriety. And sometimes those go in cycles, right? Where the first pass is negative, the next pass is positive. Sometimes you come straight into the limelight and then fade off into obscurity. I'm really curious to see how the Hex community kind of rallies around this. How does DeFi as a whole rally around these conversations? And what does, Ashraf, I think you're spot on about crypto's a slow grind. Everyone was expecting the moment Pulse Chain launched, we're all going to go 10,000x and it's the bull market. That was a ridiculous expectation from the start. And so here we are, and you get to see what FUD looks like, right? And you have to make that decision. Do you want to be in it? Do you want to get out? And it's, it's a lot easier to be in down 90% and say, fuck it to your bag than it is to buy with brand new capital when you've lost your whole bag. And so it's, there is a reason that not everybody makes a lot of money in crypto, even though these numbers are absolutely insane. And you can see it playing out in real time, right?
Absolutely. And I think there are many different, like how there's a bunch of different little leagues and everybody got their own champion. It's like, all right, so at this point, they're saying that this little league had one kid over here cheating. All right, so they're gonna have that team suspended for like a couple years for a couple years. Okay, big deal. All right, so that price is gonna be down, but you could be accumulating that whole time just waiting for you to your team to come out suspension, or you can just go play in somebody else's league across the street. Or you like, oh, well, seems like they're just choosing Bitcoin and Bitcoin is safe. Hell, you could just start accumulating Bitcoin only if that's what feels safest to you. Obviously, they are signaling from BlackRock all the way to the SEC that Bitcoin is the play. So if that's what they're saying and you want security blanket from the government, then shit, buy Bitcoin. But if you don't want the government telling you what the fuck to do with your money, then buy whatever the hell you want to. That is not financial advice. That is just three brothers saying things publicly that we otherwise could say privately amongst our damn selves. Shout out to the SEC though. Y'all working extra hours these times.
One of my favorite things is the amount of publicity that's coming out of all this. Crypto is on the front page of a lot of conversations. It's top of a lot of real news websites as well. It's negative publicity, but more people are finding out about it. And I think back to the different cycles that we've been through and what it looked like when things were down. And I remember these articles. I remember like going up to my friend and be like, oh shit, dude, you saw this shit crash this much? Why would you ever be a part of this shit? And just being shocked that they were still like, absolutely wrecked, but holding on for dear life. This is what it looks like in practice.
Hold that thought, because that is a wonderful thought. And I want to show the Rascals and the Warriors how on point that is. You ever seen a CNBC article on Richard Hart or Hex? I haven't. Anybody else?
Not now, not never.
Not ever. So to show more humility and respectfulness, I've deactivated my Twitter account. So never seen that before. But now Richard and Hex is on Reuters. Reuters? Interesting. The Independent, Cointelegraph, TechCrunch.
And given the amount of clicks these have all gotten, you would be surprised if they didn't give you the follow-up article when he countersues or whatever comes next, right?
CoinDesk, Blockworks, FX, Yahoo Finance. I shout out to them for always listing Hex price accurately, though. I will give them the shout out. They did do that right. Outside of that, none of these have ever written anything about Hex. So I love your point that it's very interesting to see the collaboration and collusion amongst the haters, but hey, it's cool.
You think he got a heads up?
Oh hell yeah, he been
knowing.
Bro, you ain't see him say, hey man, I'm humble now. Shit, that Hex and Pulse Chain been going off the damn Twitter bio. Shit. Homeboy when he stopped shucking and jiving, then we knew hell yeah they was on his ass. He stopped acting black then. Hey, he was acting black till they showed up on his
You said he lost it.
Shit.
Yeah, he started.
That's just true about he's been on.
Bro.
Sir.
He went from Fort Lauderdale's Most Wanted to Fort Lauderdale's Most Wanted. And he was real quick. Hell yeah, he knew. Allegedly.
Hey man. Allegedly. Yeah, man. This, to me,
hold on. I gotta make this point. The reason why we do know that he knew is the other Hexicans that was asking for $250,000.
Correct.
To help they SEC lawsuits. So if they ask this crime, that's how you know.
Bruh. Don't get me started on those questionable characters asking for money who may or may not be federally affiliated. If you just look at them, man. Look, this is just a big game. playing. How far can they jump the that certain people in certain branches, whether it be the military or the administration of, the SEC or whatever, feel and hop on. Hey, y'all, the train's broken down. Y'all can either jump off or hop on. And I guess we'll see y'all in a couple years and see where you're at.
Yep. And that's exactly where they're leading us to, is they're putting us in a position where everyone will say, okay, I'll take the Fed coin. I'll take the Fed now coin. Please sign me up for the Fed coin. Please, sir, Fed coin me, please. And until they have us begging for the Fed coin and they've accumulated as much coin as they want, then everything will be a unregistered security.
Bro, the Fed coin could be like, hey man, if you have if you're in certain cryptos, they'll give you I don't know. I think the Fed coin is gonna tie nicely into the crypto ecosystem. So
It's man. Nicely, yeah. If you got Hex,
I'll just swap my Hex for I'll just swap my Hex for people will swap their Hex for Fed coin. Yep. Easy.
And they know that.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, this is just a social engineering game to see what demographics go for what. And from what I understand, the demographic that the government needs to pay and wants to pay to make sure they don't get upset is into Hex. And that's the one who they train to go in and do the dirty work. You know what I'm saying? So
also, here's another angle. Allegedly, Estonia is not the place you really want to be with a damn World War III about to be popping off at any minute, because they on the other side of the fence. And if you remember, Estonia said, oh yeah, Putin, go ahead and bring your, if anybody over here got your back, I got your back, my dude. And my man, Joe Biden, you know they ain't rocking with that. So if you actually sitting from a distant angle looking back, you like, shoot, not only the SEC got an angle, but somebody got to get some of that war Ukraine money. And Richard Hart, hey man, give me that diamond, man. Pay for that damn. Hey, we need one of them new helicopters, bro. Help us out. Hey, because you can't have no Hex NASCAR and no Hex helicopter in the military, bro.
Damn right. As long as they put the logo on it, Hexicans will celebrate that shit.
Oh, bro, shit. Hey, shout out to Cosmic Kid, man. Shout out. Man, we should have had Cosmic Kid on here today, man, so we can get his opinion, bro, on the situation and everything, because I know he definitely some opinions as well that the people need to hear. And Crypto Next says that's what being black gets you. That's a fact. Hey man.
Hey man. Yeah, man. Ask
hey. What we say? We told you stop saying the N-word.
Ask Reggie Middleton. Ask Arthur, man. Ask Arthur Hayes. Ask Reggie Middleton, man. They'll tell you.
And I'm gonna say this, Reggie. Today is the day I'll give you your apology.
Yeah, you do.
Today is the day I will formally give you your apology. You said that this day would come and you would get your flowers. Well, this day has came, and we're gonna publicly give you your flowers and say you were right. This day did come. However, the outcome has not been determined. So the public apology is extended. Hopefully, received and accepted. What's up, man?
You think Richard would take? Reggie's settlement, 9.3 mil out of court? Call it even.
I mean, shit. Give up the watches, a couple of them cars, a palace or two. Honestly, they doing Richard like Andrew Tate. If you really think about it, they just trying to find something to hit his ass with. So, hey, if they can make you stop live streaming, they will make you stop live streaming. So hey, shout out to Richard, man. May the force be with you, man. I really hope, man, you stay strong and you don't let the people, the system, the man tear you down.
Don't let him
Joe
bully
Biden,
your son. Don't let
Jim
him
Crow
bully your
Georgia
son.
is really trying to take down the system. Gary Gensler is still corrupt as fuck, and we do not rock with the Klan. So good luck, brother. That's all I got on that.
That's I guess. So yeah, good luck. I guess I wouldn't want to go to toe with them peoples. I don't want no smoke from them.
Hell no.
Gary
Not no
Gensler and
12
y'all. I'm
million.
sure y'all doing the best y'all can. So
Not no 12 million. Nah, bro. Y'all hadn't started the crypto and down GoFundMe now. You say we're gonna start the link right now. Hey, we accepted donations. Hey, hell no. Nah.
No, man. Crypto and down. It's just a little old news show, man. We just cover the news.
We just reporting the articles. Yeah, we
public-private conversations that we could have privately. Just covering the news that you can when you can use it.
Hey, it's live,
independent,
and uncut,
nonpartisan,
and we
live,
back,
direct, and uncut.
Like we left. And let's see. Hold on, man. What else happened this weekend? Oh man, Earl Spence, man.
Oh man, I didn't see. I just saw the end, man. Oof, his face. He looked like he got stung by a bunch of bees, man.
Yeah, man. He got
like Will Smith on Hitch.
Yeah, man. He got the Martin, man. Yeah, man. He got the Martin treatment, man. I feel bad for my boy, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So shout out to Terrence Crawford, man. He really the new undisputed welterweight champion. He earned it. It was a very, very fun but yet hard fight to watch. So I hope Earl Spence get back in the gym, train a little bit harder. I don't know if he's gonna beat Terrence Crawford ass. He might need to go find somebody else to fight. Let Terrence Crawford fight somebody else. But see,
break.
See, I didn't even get to watch the Gaethje and UFC because I don't really know who won.
Yeah. Gaethje head kicked him out of there, man.
Oh, it was pretty gnarly.
Put him to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah, most of the way. Yeah, head kicked him out of there. But I'm just saying, Derek. I missed it. Yeah, go watch some replays. Derek Lewis had a nice flying knee. He came out there, knocked
Derek Lewis
out
with
in 30 seconds. Yeah, man, he had a fly knee. Straight fly knee to start. Boom. And then.
So I mean, I ain't hating on my Texas boy, my fellow Texan, but I feel like he been collecting checks these last 5 fights because he just been going out there and just been like, and it's like, I know he gonna get that comeback, and then he ain't never really get it, and then so you tell him he got it. All right, I feel better.
Yeah, man. He came out all the way through. The interview at the end is just as much fun as the fight. The fight goes pretty quick, but the interview is great.
All right, bet. I'm about to, as soon as it ain't that late. So I'll be able to catch all them highlights tonight before bed for sure.
Yeah, man. And then we'll
right now.
Yeah, Tony Ferguson 6 in a row. He tapped out, but he went to sleep.
Oh, it's time to retire then. Yeah, when
he kicked the ref in the head.
You gotta retire. Yeah, it's all good. You know, there's a time in every fighter's life where you just gotta hang up the gloves, man, or go to Bellator, or go to PFL, or shit. There's so many leagues now. Shit, you can just go to Saudi Arabia.
Go to Slap League, man. I heard Saudi Arabia had 2.2 spend by 2030. So
shit, for real. Man, you better go get some of that money. I don't know what Mbappe was talking about, man. Mbappe tripping, bro. Give me 1. I ain't never playing soccer again. Hey,
yeah, bro. Humans right.
Bruh. He said 1.11 enough, man. It's all good though. It's all good.
Hey man, I can respect a man with principle. You know, he said maybe make it 2, but it's like his price is high. I can respect a man who has a high price. Yeah, man, the Arabs, they're buying up everything. They got the cash to burn. So, you know,
Hey, shout out to them,
they got
man.
wrestling.
Oh yeah, they bought up the PGA Tour. Shit. Yeah. So, hey, shout out to Cosmic Kid. Shout out to Too Much For You. Okay. Shout out to Crypto Neck, man. This was a great stream. Blex, thank you for coming through on this historic bottom night pause, because I think it's really important that, you know, we don't only show up at the top or when things are good, but that we also show up when things aren't as good, and that we, you know, are objective in our reporting of the news, but also, you know, inputting some of our own opinions here and there. Shout out to Richard. Shout out to all the Hexicans. We'll live to see another day. Like Earl Spence, we're getting a little lumped upside the head right now. But hey, man, I ain't retiring yet. So wake up, take my ass to work tomorrow, and we'll do it all over again. Hey, man, what you got, Asherelle? What you got, Blex?
Man, that's it for me. My internet connection is poo-poo, you know, but hey, we grinded through it. Shout out to you. Shout out to Blex. As always, great having you on. So, man, you know, we'll have to do it again. Hopefully, maybe before you head out of town. Get another one in.
Yeah, and I'll close it out real quick and just appreciate y'all for having me on. It's always a pleasure to come talk and chat story with y'all. It's awesome conversation and awesome. I agree. We should be here all the way through, bottoms, tops, all the way through. And, you know, when you get to have these conversations at the bottom, they make the top a whole lot more fun. So we're going to ride together. Appreciate y'all.
Bad boys for life.
Yeah.
Shout out to Point Critic. Love you too. Too Much For You. Okay. Peace.
Peace.
To keep their money, and I'm illustrating that this thing that I just described with this FTX scam and how it connects to the Democrats and how all of this is really under the World Economic Forum. All of this is the same scam. It's the same scam. It's not different scams. It's one scam. The only reason why this scam could work and why it works so well with the patsy that they use is because he's from this era. Because it's only in this era, right? Only this era right now is the most time you have seen, forget my language, bitch ass niggas win. This is the first era.
I love that language.
In which weaker individuals are positioned as stronger, and stronger individuals are positioned as weak. This is the first era.
Come on.
History where squares, that's why you don't look down on a baby for crawling. You hope that the baby will eventually walk. You see what I'm saying? These niggas got the whole situation functioning now, where all of the people who were given, you know, participation trophies and this type of shit that never had to work in a meritocracy, these are the people that they're electing. These are the people that they're putting in entertainment to write your stories. These are the people who resent the very fact that they came from success.
Wow.
And now want to act like now that they're somehow more developed than you.